Today, we're going to learn how to play High Society. It's a really quick, clever auction game where you're all competing to live the most fabulous lifestyle, but you've got to be careful because you can't go broke. In this explainer, I'll teach you absolutely everything you need to know to get playing.
All right, first things first. Let's talk about what you're actually trying to do in this game and how to get it on the table. Your goal is pretty simple, actually. You're trying to bid on these fancy status cards to end the game with the highest total score. Easy enough, right? Well, not so fast. There is one massive, game-changing rule. If you have the least amount of money left at the end of the game, you are cast out. It doesn't matter if your score is 1,000,000 points. You automatically lose.
Getting set up is super easy. First, everyone just grabs a full set of 11 money cards of the same color. Then you just shuffle up those 16 status cards and pop them in a face-down deck. That's it. Now, you're going to want to keep those money cards secret in your hand. Nobody should know how much cash you have left. And whoever shuffled that status deck, well, you get to go first.
Okay, now for the real heart of the game, the auction. Let's break down exactly how this works.
So, at the start of each round, a new status card gets flipped over. When it's your turn to act, you have a really simple choice to make. Are you going to bid on it, or are you going to pass? If you decide to bid, you play some money cards from your hand to beat whatever the current bid is. If you choose to pass, you get to scoop up any money you've already bid this round, but you're out. You can't bid on this card anymore. Let's just walk through an example so you can see it in action. Okay, here we go. A beautiful 10-point luxury card is up for grabs. The auction begins. The first player kicks things off by putting down a few money cards that add up to 8,000. Now the turn just moves to the next player to their left. Player 2 really wants this card, so they up the bid to 12,000. The pressure's back on player 1. They've got to either bid more than 12,000 or pass. Player 1 thinks, nah, that's too rich for my blood, and they pass. They get to take their 8,000 back into their hand. That makes player 2 the last bidder standing, so they win the card. But they have to discard that 12,000 they bid. It's gone from the game forever. And since they won, they get to start the next round. Now here's where things get really interesting. Not every card you're bidding on is a good thing. Sometimes you're bidding to avoid a disaster. You see, when one of these 3 disgrace cards shows up, the whole auction gets flipped on its head. You aren't bidding to win this card, you're bidding to avoid it at all costs. And trust me, these cards are just awful. Faux pas forces you to throw away one of your good cards. Passé is a straight -5 points. And Scandal? Wow, it literally cuts your final score in half. Ouch. So the auction works a bit differently here. Bidding goes around just like normal, but here's the twist. The very first player who decides to pass gets stuck with the nasty card. And to add insult to injury, everyone else who bid still has to discard their money. All right, so how does this all wrap up? Let's talk about how the game ends and how we figure out who actually won. You're going to want to keep an eye out for the cards that have these green backs. The second that 4th green-backed card is flipped over, the game ends. I mean, it stops instantly. You don't even bid on that last card. Pencils down. Okay, time to tally the points, and the order here is really important. First, add up the points on your luxury cards. Then you apply any of those nasty disgrace cards. After that, you get to double your score for every prestige card you manage to get. And finally, if you got stuck with Scandal, you chop your score in half. As you can see, your points can swing wildly at the very end. So what happens if there's a tie for the highest score? Simple. The player with the most cash left wins. And if you're somehow still tied after that, then victory goes to whoever has the single most valuable luxury card. So that's really the whole game, isn't it? It's this constant tightrope walk. You absolutely need those high point cards to win, but if you spend just a little too much and end up the poorest player, all those fancy cards mean absolutely nothing. And that's pretty much everything. You are now totally ready to play your first game of High Society. Have fun!